Hey there guys, Adam here for another video. And in this video, in case you didn't know by clicking the video description and in the image, talking about recent Kaldheim trailer. Now I'm not going to show trailer or very much at all or at all because again it is part of their promotion and whatnot, so it's something like copyright, so I can't really do very much of that anyway. But anyway, we want to sort of react somewhat to it and say, already that there have been a few cards listed here. I don't know whether that's official or unofficial, but I'm going to get my notes out for the most part. The trailer is very good. Not only this trailer is very interesting with but if you haven't already. But anyway, so let's think about the video here and telling us what Kaldheim is going to put out. Kaldheim is happening in February next year, and we're getting spoilers sometime in January next year. The thing is, it has been a crazy year. Not just for Coke, but for the number of Magic the Gathering products. They're like loud. It's just like they've given like a week, whatever it was. Just a ridiculous number of products there. Too much content to sort of do. For the most part, just like demand is just not there really for it. There's just so many people going to do it anyway. So it's like, well, the 50th millionth person to do it or whatever, and it's like, well, what more can you do? What more can you say? And where can you go with it? And again, it is one of those things that should try to do as much as possible. I really need to help out with your page. Anyway, hope this is good stuff. But anyway, Kaldheim, it's one of those things where, again, as I said, there's so much product this year, and I feel like a lot of people, a lot of people are on the hype train. Like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. That'll be next year though, so I'm just going to take a break now, focus on my family, Christmas time, what have you. And then, oh, yes, we did. And then after that, maybe I'll think about what's happening with Kaldheim. And that's very much the way I'm kind of like with it at the moment. I'm kind of burnt out on more products. I already haven't really gotten everything from, Commander Legends and whatnot. So it's just one of those things. It's off in the distance to me, really. It's just too far away to worry about. There's couple of cards they might call preemptively or what have you, whatever sort of leaks or whatever it is. I'm just not looking and I'm not going to promote them, and I'm just not going to talk about them at this point because it's just too far away again. And I think that a lot of people are burnt out on it, on the whole thing, and a lot of people are just like, dude, Jesus, come on, like, give us 5 minutes to friggin', calm the hell down because Commander Legends is still, out, and we've still got a couple of days, maybe a day or two, one more draft at least before the end of the year, or before Christmas and before the end of the year and whatnot. So we want to get in our last drafts and whatnot, and we don't want to worry too much about it. And it's nice to know that it's happening. It's nice to know that there's something for it or whatnot. But I think just people are just like, ugh, we're done with this year. Like, not just because of everything else that's been happening this year, but just because if you're in Magic, and again, I know that some products, quote unquote, aren't for everyone, but the thing is, people want to know what's in what and what's in where. And when people say things, especially content creators and whatnot online, that they can't even follow what's sort of coming out and what's happening when and what you call things sometimes, because it's like, well, there's just too much, and it all sounds the same, and it's sort of, like, again, the confusion over certain cards. I get why people get confused. I get it. Um, sometimes you try to correct somebody to say, hey, that's not what it is, or whatever. You're not trying to be rude, but you're just trying to say, hey, it's not that, it's this, or whatever. Oh, yeah, but I've had that too, where I've said that it's this, or whatever it is, and they've said, no, it's not actually that, or someone said, it's not actually that, it's this. And I'm like, oh, yeah, what is that? Like, there's too much. And it's all too similar, like, you know, you can clearly tell what some things are, and other things you're just like, well, is this an edged foil? Well, not really, but like, I'm just trying to give an example. But is this, or is this that? Is this a borderless, or this is an alt art, or is this a full art, or what? Or is this showcase, or what's this? Like, what does this fall into or fall under? It's just like that part of it starts becoming like, like, and again, like, just so many products, just secret layers everywhere. It's almost like every 5 minutes there's a new secret layer, seemingly, for most people. And at least every week there seems to be one. Or at least it's a rate that's come out, it would be enough to be one every week. So, sure, but some people are able to keep track of every single thing. And again, if I was to ask some people, about very specific cards, I don't tend to be able to go, oh, I know exactly what that is, exactly what that does. Again, most people know what their card does. They know what they want to do playing the game for the most part. They know what synergies they like. They know what decks they want to build. They see something cool and they go, oh, okay, I'll try doing that because that seems like something that I would be into, and I have a lot of stuff to build around. And that's what I like too. I like to build around things. I don't like things that are way too generic or just value based sort of stuff to me. That's me. But again, getting back to sort of the whole issue, I guess. But maybe it's just us. Maybe it's just our age. I don't know, because like a lot of the quote unquote younger kids who sort of play and sort of find this sort of stuff just are like, what's the next thing? What's the next thing? But again, I think sometimes the attention span of some people is very small. Their attention span is basically not existent, and unless there's a new product literally every 5 minutes, they sort of go, like, well, what's next? What's next? What's next? Like, and that's the same thing about videos and things like that. Is some people sort of find themselves going, oh, well, I want more, I want more, I want more. What's next? What's next? What's next? Do a top 10, do this, do this, do this, do that, do that, do this, do this. Like, it's cool if people have ideas and they give them to me, and I'll certainly consider them. And if I can do them, I will. And if you guys support me, again, I will do my best to do what I can do for the Northern Tasmanian Magic community, especially here in Launceston. But that's what I try to do. I try to focus on where we are locally. Like, I put my stuff out on YouTube and put my stuff out on Twitter and Patreon and on Discords and whatnot and things like this, to try to get a little bit more exposure for what my videos are doing. But for the most part, I'm trying to focus on the people that play here, play locally. They know the game stores that we go to. They know where the Game Forge is. They know where Scenic Isle Gaming is. They go to these places every other day or every week or what have you. Buy cards, play games, have fun, enjoy themselves, and that's what mostly happens at these places. People buy cards, They sell cards, they trade cards, they play games, they enjoy themselves. And one or the other is not better than the other. I think both have their pros and both have their cons. I prefer scenic card gaming the most over both of the stores, but you know that's just me. And a lot of people I have found that do prefer the scenic card gaming store to the other one. But anyway, to Guff or to Gameforge, what have you. Um, but anyway, again, the fact of this Kaldheim trailer coming out now and a few cards being spoiled again, I just don't know what to think, and it just feels very much like the year's already been overloaded with product for most people. And again, as I said, I wouldn't be able to name every single card, every single legendary creature, or every single thing. There's a few that are good, and then there's a few that are really good, and then there's just the rest that are meh. They sort of just are way too expensive for what they do. What they do is too slow and dirty, and just sort of isn't very exciting and has no real enthusiasm from almost anyone, anywhere, to build around. It's just got no way that people will see those sorts of things and just go, yeah, I really want to build around this. Because it's a 6 mana thing that basically does nothing unless you've got very specific synergies and whatnot going on and things like that. So cards and things like that. They didn't design these cards like Act of Treason or whatnot, or Nature's Law or whatever, with other cards in mind like this. They designed these cards afterwards to go, what can we give some people to build around, and that's fun. And again, there are a few cards that have come out in the last year and the last couple months and whatnot that have been just like the cards that everyone goes, holy crap, that's busted. This is going to, just be bad for the format. It's just not going to have place really in casual play. It's just a CDH card, and it just feels like more of Wizards trying to push this whole everything must be competitive magic onto the format. Not saying that there's anything wrong with CDH at all. If you wish to play the game that way, you go ahead and you play the game that way. That's not the way that I want to play. Then there are many people that feel the same way as I do. They want to play casual games or semi-casual competitive games. So they don't want to play full-on CDH. They just want to play, well, I'm trying to win. I don't have that many combos, or I have no combos, or I might have a few combos maybe, or I might even have a few tutors, but my deck isn't fully optimized CEDH decks. And I'm still trying to win this way, or I'm still only trying to win that way, or what have you. They're very focused on what their deck is doing. They have a very specific synergy and whatnot. So, but anyway, guys, that has been my discussion about the Kaldheim trailer and its cards that have been previewed or spoiled or whatever, leaked or whatever. Again, I'm going to wait for a while and just like let everything calm down, besides everything else that I sort of had a tangent on talking about. But again, I'm just going to let everything calm down, let everything cool down, wait till next year sometime, and then we'll start talking about the set. Basically, once it's fully spoiled and whatnot, and we can see what cards are in the set as a whole, and then we'll judge it from there and move on with more other stuff that we can talk about for the rest of the year. And again, we'll wait and see what more comes our way throughout the year. There's a whole lot of products coming. We know there's command decks coming with this set. I have seen what they have as the commanders. I'm sure a few people have. But again, you know, if you wish to look at them, you wish to look at them. If you wish to know about them, you wish to know about them. I understand that some people have that thirst to go, well, what's this all about? I'd like to know. I have that inkling sometimes too, to go, oh, well, what's all this about sometimes? But, you know, again, for the most part, I'm just like, I'll wait for a little while, see what's happening in January or what have you. Because it's just a bit much at the moment, and I'd rather just focus on other things. And again, this is a good time for me to start making more videos at this period of time when I have a few days when I don't have much else to do, and I have the opportunity to sit down, actually record a few things, and get some stuff out there to you guys to enjoy. And I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, do all the things that you can do to help us out. As I said, I do need the help. As I say, you can go on to our Patreon, donate. The donations have changed from what they were, made it a little bit cheaper to join the higher tiers and whatnot, but the bottom tier is still the same. That's the minimum that I can put on it. So that's it. That's as low as it can go, unfortunately, but that's it. But anyway, other things, comment, like, share, subscribe, all the normal things you do on YouTube. And if you do subscribe, I hope that we will see you again in another video.